Om Shanti. Good morning, brothers and sisters. I thank all of you for taking your time and coming on this Sunday morning to attend this auspicious occasion. I also thank B.K. Venkatesh Anna for giving me an opportunity to speak a few words on this little knowledge and experience I have gained from my visit to Mount Abu. B.K. Venkatesh Anna is also a true yogi. He has given the best part of his life to enrich the souls around him. Now he has established this institution called Sri Abhichetan for the elderly people. So let us try to give him a good success in this great endeavor. The topic this day is called Cosmic World Cycle. So Cosmic World Cycle is called Kalpa, that is 5,000 years of existence, and it happens every cycle. And in this Kalpa, there are 5 yugas consisting of confluence age called, to begin with, we are calling it Golden Yuga, that is called Satya Yuga. And after that, it goes to Silver Age called Treta Yuga. Then goes to Copper Age called Dwapar Yuga, and Iron Age Kali Yuga. Now, this world cycle keeps continuing, and that's why it's called Eternal World Drama. In this Eternal World Drama, what happens is a human being now gets born 84 times. And this 84 times, from the first birth to 84th birth, he undergoes various changes, and these various changes keeps deteriorating because of the impurities in the yugas that he goes through in this journey of the world cycle. Now, the human body is a wonderful thing. It's very dynamic and it is connected to the universe. Human means body and being means soul. Every time a human body breathes, 10 to the power of 22 atoms are taken in and out. That means 10 followed by 22 zeros. That is the number of atoms that you take in and breathe out every second or every time you breathe in your body. In this way, what happens is 98% of your atoms in your body gets replaced. So your entire body almost gets replaced within 1 year. This body is, that means, continuously changing. Further, this human body consists of organs. These organs like heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, they're all various parts. They're all made up of tissues. Each organ has different tissues, and these tissues are again made up of molecules. These molecules are compound items, and these molecules are again made up of atoms. So each one, as you go deeper and deeper, your body gets more and more complicated, and within these atoms, again, you're having these electrons, protons, and neutrons. This again, within these electrons, protons, and neutrons, we have something called quarks and bosons. So this is the maximum we can go in science to see in our microscope or in our scientific method. Within these quarks and bosons, what happens is there is something called quantum soup. Quantum soup is something, there is no matter. It can't be seen by the human eye. This can be seen, or rather, it can be knowledgeable, and it can be felt only through spiritual education. That means only by learning and practicing Raj Yoga. That is what we are talking about. So Raj Yoga is the only method in which we can try to understand our body to the final depth. In this system, we are having insentient biological energies. That is this human body which is containing with us, and this is controlled by sentient metaphysical energy, and that is called as the soul. This is what controls the entire body. This soul is a non-material cell. It has 3 divisions. The soul is having the main part, that is a nucleus. The nucleus is the sanskar, in which we have the subconscious mind and has the primary qualities. That is the original qualities. And then we have the cell body, that gives the emotional self, and this is secondary qualities. This is where we get the desires and thoughts, etc. And finally, we get the cell membrane, that is, we have the intellect. Intellect is a tertiary qualities where we have the value-based systems, decisions and visualizations takes place in these systems. Now, this soul is linked to the light, which is called Vibgayar, where all the 7 colors of the light is coming in this. This soul, only the Supreme Soul, God Shiva, has all the 7 attributes. The 7 attributes are bliss, knowledge, peace, love, joy, purity, and spiritual power. All these 7 attributes is there only with the Supreme Power Soul, God Shiva. This soul is what we have to try to visualize to obtain. And we are not able to do it individually. So what has happened is God Shiva has to come down to our support to get this kind of a total absolute 7 attributes, which is also linked to the color of light. That is the Vibgayar. That is, V is again bliss, I is knowledge, then we have G for love, Y for joy, O for purity, B for peace, and red for spiritual power. All these 7 colors, we have each particular knowledge that is given by the Lord. The main issue now what we are trying to emphasize is everything from order goes to disorder. That is the law of entropy. The whole universe works on law of entropy. It's otherwise called as second law of thermodynamics. This means anything from ordered state moves to disordered state. For example, the heat from hot surface goes to cold surface. And this law of entropy is what the universe is governed about. That means examples are, for example, the sun. It starts deteriorating and it takes about a long time, say 5 billion years, but it still gets deteriorated. So this is the law of entropy. So everything from ordered state goes to disordered state. Same way, in our world cycle, cosmic world cycle, the golden age, that is Satya Yuga, also goes down, deteriorates into iron age or Kalki age. That is what we are seeing in our life cycle. Every 5,000 years, this golden age gets deteriorated and various yugas, and finally it comes to Kali Yuga. This is the law of entropy, and this happens every 5,000 years in our world cycle. This ordered state means that is perfection. Keeps on deteriorating and goes to disordered state. The ordered state is called Sato Pradhan, and disordered state is called Tamo Pradhan. This is how we are expressing in our mythology, in our Sanskrit literature. And entropy is not reversible. That means heat cannot be moved from cold surface to hot surface. It only goes from hot to cold. The reverse is not possible unless the supreme power of God intervenes. There is no other way it can be done. That means if our Kali Yuga has to go back to Satya Yuga, we need the help and power of God. And that is how God now is come down to earth to help us to move from Kali Yuga to Satya Yuga. And the last phase of Kali Yuga is called Sangama Yuga, where he comes down to earth and he helps us to regain our soul to its original primary requirements. And this is done by a practice called Swadarshan Chakradhari, that is soul spinner of wheel, meaning moving from body conscious to soul conscious. And this whole process is called metamorphism. That means situational changes of transformation is called metamorphism. One example we are trying to give here, from caterpillar to butterfly. The entire metamorphism is linked to our human metamorphism of our yugas. So we are giving a caterpillar to butterfly example so that you can have a better understanding of our cycle, which will come back later. So right now we will have a small presentation on the metamorphism of caterpillar from that situation to butterfly.
A butterfly lays eggs on the leaves of a plant. eggs hatch, and young ones called larvae, or caterpillars, come out of the eggs. The caterpillar first feeds on the eggshell from which it is born. It then starts feeding on the leaves and starts to grow. The caterpillar sheds its skin several times so that it can grow. Once the caterpillar is big enough, it stops eating. It then forms a protective layer around itself. This stage is called chrysalis. In this stage, the caterpillar is now called pupa. The pupa remains motionless in the chrysalis. Inside the chrysalis, the pupa undergoes a series of changes. After about 15 days, a beautiful adult butterfly emerges out of the chrysalis. When the butterfly comes out, its wings are small and wet. The butterfly pumps fluids into its wings to make them strong and to expand. After a few hours, the wings become strong enough and the butterfly is able to fly. These series of changes in the life cycle of a butterfly is called...
This life cycle of butterfly can be compared to our cosmic cycle. Okay, so we start with, let us say, the butterfly, that is the Satya Yuga, and between this Satya Yuga to Kali Yuga, that metamorphosis of butterfly is what we are talking about. So every time a butterfly lays an egg, and the caterpillar starts eating, that means the caterpillar gets greedy. Okay, that is called durase. The moment you start eating and continuously start eating, you start building your body to obesity and you start decaying. So the more the caterpillar eats, the more difficult it becomes for it to survive. That is when the good cells take over and destroys or overpowers the bad cells. So what we are trying to do, God has come down now to us and He is now trying to make our souls pure, and once we reach around 9 lakhs of souls pure souls. That is what we are linking it to the butterfly life cycle. And we reach 9 lakh pure souls in this world, and we connect with each other. That's how what happens in the butterfly. They connect each other. Moment the 9 lakh pure souls connect each other, our divine intervention happens, and the God comes and supports us with the divine intervention, and that is the beginning of Satya Yuga. And that is what we are now exploring in our particular world cycle. And in this Sangama Yuga, we become children of God. Thereby God Shiva, that is the supreme teacher, imparts godly knowledge, and for this purpose, God Shiva has established the godly university called Aishwarya Vishwa Vidyalaya, and through his medium, Prajapita Brahma, the aim of this university is to transform human beings into divine beings through 4 main subjects like Gyan, Yoga, Dharma, and Seva. This is the direction and path to reach Satya Yuga, which is what is there now, and we are going to do it with the help of God, the Supreme Almighty.
कहो क्या वरदान चाहिए?
ब्रह्मदेव, मुझे अमर रहने का वरदान दीजिए।
जीवन अनिश्चित है, जीवन में निश्चित केवल मृत्यु है। मैं तुम्हें अमर रहने का वरदान नहीं दे सकता।
ब्रह्मदेव मुझे अमर रहने का वरदान नहीं देंगे। मेरा वध करने के लिए तो शक्ति चाहिए जो मात्र पुरुष में होती है। नारियां तो शक्तिहीन और दुर्बल होती हैं।
महिषासुर,
ब्रह्मदेव मुझे ऐसा वरदान दीजिए कि मुझे कोई भी पुरुष किसी भी रूप में कभी न मार सके।
महिषा, मैं वरदान देता हूँ, कोई भी पुरुष, दैत्य, देव या जानवर तुम्हें कभी नहीं मार सकेगा।
ब्रह्मदेव, आप नहीं जानते, आपने अभी मुझे वो वरदान दिया है जिसकी मुझे हमेशा से चाह थी, अमर रहने की। अब मैं सदा जीवित रहूंगा, सदा सदा के लिए। दैत्यों, असुरों, आक्रमण! देवताओं पर आक्रमण करो, हम उनकी धरती और इस संसार का विनाश कर देंगे। उन्हें इतना तड़पाओ जितना वो पहले कभी न तड़पे हों।
सभी देवता भयभीत होकर भगवान ब्रह्मा, विष्णु और शिव के पास पहुंचे और उनको इस घटना के बारे में बताया। उन्होंने एकजुट होकर एक दिव्य प्रकाश की उत्पत्ति की। इस दिव्य प्रकाश से आदि शक्ति रूपी देवी दुर्गा प्रकट हुई।
गिरिनन्दिनि नन्दितमेदिनि विश्वविनोदिनि नन्दनुते गिरिवरविन्ध्यशिरोधिनि वासिनि विष्णुविलासिनि जिष्णुनुते भगवति हेशितिकण्ठकुटुम्बिनि भूरि कुटुम्बिनि भूरि कृते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते सुरवरवर्षिणि दुर्धरधर्षिणि दुर्मुखमर्षिणि घर्षरते त्रिभुवनपोषिणि शङ्करतोषिणि कल्मषमोषिणि घोषरते तनुजनिरोषिणि दितिसुतरोषिणि दुर्मदशोषिणि सिन्धुसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जगदम्ब मदम्ब कदम्ब वनप्रियवासिनि हासरते शिखरि शिरोमणि तुङ्ग हिमालय शृङ्ग निजालय मध्यगते मधु मधुरे मधु कैटभगञ्जिनि कैटभभञ्जिनि रासरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शतखण्डविखण्डितरुण्डवितुण्डितशुण्डगजाधिपते रिपुगजगण्डविधारण चण्डपराक्रमशुण्डमृगाधिपते निजभुजदण्डनिपातितखण्डविपातितमुण्डभटाधिपते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐरणदुर्मदशत्रुवधोदित दुर्धर निर्जर शक्तिभृते चतुरविचारधुरेण महाशिवदूतकृत प्रमथाधिपते दुरित दुरीह दुराशय दुर्मति दानवदूतकृतान्तमते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते शरणागत वैरिवधूवर वीरवराभयदायकरे त्रिभुवनमस्तकशूल विरोधि शिरोधि कृतामलशूलकरे दुमिदुमितामर दुन्दुभिनादमहोमुखरीकृतते मकरे जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते मयि मयि दीनदयालुतया कृपयैव त्वया भवितव्यमुमे मयि जगतो जननी कृपयासि यथासि तथानुमितासि रते यदुचितमत्र भवत्युररीकुरुता दुरुतापमपाकुरुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते
चली जाओ, मैं नारियों की चुनौतियों से नहीं डरता। चली जाओ।
महिषा, मैं तुम्हें लड़ने की चुनौती देती हूँ।
एक नारी से लड़ना मेरी प्रतिष्ठा के विपरीत है। तुमने अपनी शक्ति मुझे दिखाई दुर्गा, मैं सबसे महान हूँ।
रुक जाओ महिषा।
रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते
महिषमर्दिनि सिंहवाहिनि मुक्तिदायिनि परदेवी भक्तनुग्रह सज्जनपालिनि सद्गुणमोहिनि शत्रुनाशिनि मृदुसुभाषिणि चिन्तितार्थ फलप्रदायिनि चित्सि